Okay, we said.
Hello and welcome.
Hello and welcome.
Yeah,
Let me know when we're live.
We've been live. We are now recording. I had been fighting with OBS, and I was like, oh, I finally got this to work, and then I stopped paying attention to it, forgetting the fact that it needs to push the recording button.
Don't worry, Twitch stream. We're professionals.
As professional as you get in Shadowrun.
Wait, as I straighten the tie.
Bullshit, you're not wearing a tie.
You're right, I'm not. Alright, so... I actually just did it out of habit for giggles. So, the sun is attempting to peek through the sky, not faring very well as it is evening, and you're pretty sure that's a sunset over there. You've all been told to meet at a place called Max Reclamations Incorporated. It's in southern downtown. You are told to arrive by yourself with, whatever gear you may need for a nightly outing. What are you taking? What are you driving? How are you getting there? What are you wearing? Moving all that.
So I am wearing I believe she has an executive suite, which is just, some moderately nice stuff. She does. I will be driving the work truck, which is a Toyota Gopher that has, those like boxes on the side that you can put shit in. It looks very, very official.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere stashed within the smuggling compartment in various truck compartments on that truck is going to be like her bigger guns, but she's only carrying like I don't even know if I gave her something as small as a machine pistol. I did. So she'll only be carrying the machine pistol on her. Her full body armor and light machine gun is in the dust off, which you said this was in downtown?
Yes, southern downtown.
The dust off will probably be kind of floating around in the air at a one step down security zone, if that all makes sense, because I'm terrible when it comes to maps and such.
Also, Rob, I need you to link me this stream.
Oh.
Flea, how are you getting there? What are you wearing? What are you bringing? Stuff.
So in the crash pad, the crucipad, somewhere in downtown, there's the world's skinniest looking orc, pale, spiked collar, whispering into a data pad, saying, "We cannot get out. We cannot get out. They've taken the staircase in the second hallway. Freya and Lori and Nolly fell there bravely while the rest retreated to the chamber of marzipan. The watcher in the water took Olga. We cannot get out. The end comes soon. We hear drums in the deep. They are coming." And then the toilet flushes and Flea walks out. And he's wearing a Berwick suit. But it's not typically made by Berwick. It's more of a bespoke Berwick suit. It is done in the fashion of a 17th century Napoleonic admiral, and this dude is probably about as tall as Napoleon, or as everybody thinks he is. As this gnome walks out and adjusts his hat, slaps Suffer Darkblood Bone Raven on her bony ass as he walks out and says, "Girls, I'm leaving. I'll be back sometime. If I do not return, wait for me. There's ice in the fridge." And he will crawl into the conveyance, and because crawling is apt, because he's short, he's got to clamber up to get in there. His big black dented GMC van, this bulldog that's just like covered in bullet dents because he doesn't actually realize what he was driving through the last time, and takes a puff of his big old deep weed doobie and starts hotboxing that van, but Buzzard's not there. It's okay. There's a mage on this run.
It's not okay.
It's all of the okay. And then he's going to extract a small baton and tap it on the steering wheel and say, "Conveyance, we ride." And he's going to conduct the best metal band you've never heard of as this van just starts rolling down for Venturi Reclamations. He's got a Walther palm pistol, which is more of a danger to himself than others with his one die. He has a whole host of drugs, and he's got 50 standard meters of rope in the back for some reason. You best not ask.
Go ahead and roll me edge, please.
All right, I can do that. Yes!
I nearly choked on my drink.
So you rolled the windows all the way up for your hot box. And you're able to get there without incident. Mo, how are you getting there? What are you wearing? All the other stuff.
There's no way I'm going to top that, so I'll keep it short and quick. I'm going to be riding it with handy dandy Johnny Cab, rating loyalty 2. I'll be wearing my, I guess, the Berwick dress to kind of keep it classy. I'll be packing a Cavalier Venator machine pistol, concealable holstered and all that. And I'll have a pocket full of handy dandy reagents and just your other typical outing equipment.
Okay.
And I'll be wearing my cloak out of my house so that people in the Barrens don't see me in my Mortimer of London Berwick suit dress thing.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me edge.
You got it, sir.
You are definitely not stopped at a checkpoint for leaving the Barrens. Valerie.
Valerie is really high for a dwarf. She'll be going from downtown using the trusted Johnny Cab at the lowest possible loyalty levels because she's fucking broke. She will be bringing her Steyr TMP in a concealed holster with her, and she will be wearing her trusty armor jacket that looks like a biker leathers.
Okay. Echo, how are you getting there? What are you wearing? Where are you coming from?
Okay, well, let's see. Echo's small for an elf, and she's going to be wearing... Right now she's wearing just a black tank top, jeans. She's going to throw on her armor duster, stick her pistols and whatever gear she thinks she's going to need into a duffel bag, throw it on the back of her growler, and leave the warehouse in the Barrens that she crashes in because she's freaking poor.
Oh, you're one of those.
Glorious.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll me edge for leaving the Barrens.
And this is the point where I wish I was a human.
I mean, that's unfortunate for you for not being a human.
That sounds like a heightest crack, and I'll have to say something sexist later in order to make up for it.
I think Flea might be the only male in this group, so...
Yeah, this is going to be great.
Yeah.
It really is. Congratulations. You are not stopped, nor are you harassed, nor are you harangued on your way to southern downtown and ultimately Venturi Reclamations.
It's good that you added the modifier there because we're only getting started.
So, as you all arrive at roughly the same time because of plot convenience, and because none of you mentioned getting there early or late, you arrive. It is about nighttime. The streetlights have flickered on, and you see Venturi Reclamations. It is a 2-story building in the shittier part of downtown, with walls that look like they need to get redone about 20 years ago. On the left side is a tow truck that's so rusted out you're pretty sure it can't move. The window is faded with the lettering bleached out. The door, however, looks nice and sturdy. It's made out of metal with that thick paint. You know, that really thick paint that's on it. And yeah, the parking lot is empty. It's about a 7-car parking lot. And you all arrive. Go ahead and describe yourselves as you get out of your vehicles and or get dropped off by your Johnny Cab or hop off the motorcycles that you brought or whatever other method that you get there in Boomhilda.
The most out of the ordinary thing you're going to notice about her is that both of her arms are significantly larger than they were supposed to be for a human. Probably orc arms, maybe something along those lines. They are definitely mechanically bulk modded 3. She's wearing an executive suit that kind of wish you could just rip the sleeves off, but you know that would defeat the purpose of the nice social armor. Shoulder length hair, black hair, comes out of a work truck that clearly is used to do a lot of fixing of things. That's white, nondescript, and just kind of meh.
Right. Flea.
Oh, yes, of course. Excellent.
As the conveyance rattles to a stop.
So, with 2 successes on his excellent driving skill, because apparently I built him for reaction, and I don't even remember why.
It's because you eventually expected to have to dodge Buzzard and Tommy punching you.
I think so. So this black conveyance rolls to and rattles to a stop. The door flies open. All this sweet-smelling deep weed smoke billowing out, and Flea, a cherubic dwarf who is looks childlike in his innocence, has the embers of a doobie just clamped between his teeth as he takes a big breath in and says, "All right, where's the fire? There's all the smoke around here. I don't know why." And he's still got his little baton in one hand. He just slaps it under an arm. He just starts marching towards the door. And Flea is a Caucasian gnome. Gorgeous, gorgeous red hair. At least it's red today. Done with a... he's had a perm done somewhat recently because high lifestyle is awesome like that. And he's wearing the Berwick suit, but somehow during the drive, when he was conducting, he also has an Ace of Wands over it, which is the large wizard's robe. So you've got Gandalf, the French general, marching towards the front door. And, like, you could just see this massive, just, like, gathering of dust and dirt and detritus behind this thing, because it is clear that this wizard's robe was meant for someone literally twice his size. So you don't know if he bought it, or he stole it, or he just seduced it off of some crazy lady, but there it is in all of its glory.
Mo.
Again, I feel really bad for being put right after Flea.
Come on, you gotta top that shit.
There's no way. Mo is the most socially awkward, scrawny ass Oni that anyone has ever seen. Pretty much, you know, the one thing I can top is that her skin is probably redder than Flea's hair. So there's that. She's got all the trades of an orc, you know, tusks, that kind of stuff, and also a fancy set of ivory horns. And ivory hair.
How close do you get to the billow of smoke?
I will be staying far away from that because I don't even want to be near this guy.
Not for
until
long.
I have to be. When it hits, it'll hit. I'm dreading for when the effects hit, but oh god. So she has a lot of social anxiety kind of qualities. So she'll be very, very intimidated by this Napoleonic disaster.
Extravaganza.
Are there any other orc or trolls on the team, by the way? Apart from Boomhilda's rather large, burly arms.
Depending on your definition, Flea is a giant troll.
So we have nothing. Great. All right. So
Yeah, Ripso is not in this run.
That's Mo. Mo will be almost visibly cowering from Flea.
As she should be.
Yeah.
Valerie.
Valerie is going to get out of Johnny Cup and see that performance, let's say it, by Flea. She's going to appreciate the dude's hair and adjust her fiber optic hair to the same color. Because, well, this guy has some sweet, sweet hair.
It is luxurious.
Yeah. And she's going to look around.
All right. Echo. Come on, you gotta beat Flea. Come on.
I don't think I can top that. Echo is about 5'4", 110 pounds, soaking wet. Elf girl with big purple eyes and about black hair that goes just below her shoulders. She's going to be wearing a regular black duster, black tank top, and really tight worn jeans that look like they've seen better days. And she's going to hop off the back of her growler and see the voluminous cloud of smoke emanating from the black thing that just drove up.
That car's on fire.
And say, hey, Gandalf the Midget Mage, I think your truck's about to explode.
What? No, it's fine. It's great. It's fine. It's wonderful. It's absolutely amazing. You have to take a seat in it and ride in it, and you will just transcend all of your perceptions. But I have an engagement to engage, and wait, where am I? Right. I know exactly where I am. I'm going into this building.
And as Flea,
Well,
Flea, how do you open the door? There is one of those push button latches that you grab on the handle and push the thumb thingy at human height.
Oh, that's racist, dog.
He's got a baton.
He does. He does have a baton. And he is going to smack that door with the baton and then cross his arms, take a step back, and just wait for it to open. Any minute now. Any minute now. What does a guy got to do to get a lady to open a door for him around here?
It starts with buying her a drink as Boomhilda pushes past and opens the door.
Definitely. I followed the large woman.
Well, it just so happens, as Flea walks inside, between people's legs if he has to, that I just came from Moscow. And you know what they have in Moscow? They have beets. Fat beets. Beets so succulent they cause your ears to pop and your jaws to, wait, give me that? And he just slaps the first thing that he finds into his hand. And you know what they do with those beets? You know what they make with those beets? They make Throbcore. By the way, I am Dirk Throbcore. It is a pleasure to meet you. Enchanté.
And as you all step into the lobby as Flea is regaling you, you see that there's a wooden desk. Yes, actual wood, although you're pretty sure it's just reclaimed particle board. There is a faux leather chair with its back turned towards you. There is a fake potted plant to your left, a fake potted plant to your right. 7 chairs in front of you, 2 of which are troll-sized. They are made of metal and plastic. The walls are that cream yellow that's been around for just a little bit too long, and it looks like they're slightly stained by cigarette smoke. The roof is that popcorn stucco. And there's a door off to the left in the corner that lets you know that you may be able to get further into the building. But that's what you see as you hear someone doing something in AR, and you see a tip of a finger tap something from behind the chair.
Flea will absolutely keep time with that tapping because he's composing a song in his head right now.
So,
And as
okay,
go ahead.
no, he was rolling a dice, and then it was like, all right. So Boomhill will just kind of look to him, and then kind of look around the room, just like count the chairs, and then sit in one of them, and be like, okay, I had to figure this was all of us, but whatever.
So as the door shuts unceremoniously behind you, Flea. Got
Yes.
7 successes. That was on.
Yes, that is me composing Creamy Yellow Plastic Jungle in his head because that was my songwriting knowledge skill. Holy shit, this is going to be great!
It is going to be the next. It is going to be the titular title for the next album of Crucible.
Oh god, Crucible's next album is totally going to be called Titular because that's what sells.
Yes. And speaking of things that sell, the faux leather chair turns around and you see a man that is maybe an elf, maybe an orc. It's too skinny to be an orc, and it is far too ugly to be an elf. But what it is wearing a red leather jacket with the front unzipped and open. It's got shoulders that poke out a little bit too far. The fringes are fur and leopard print. There are ridges and embellishments all over in yellow design. There is a yellow ascot that is bright, and you can hear the noise that this yellow is making. His goatee, such as it is black and dyed blonde in almost tiger stripes all the way up to his ears, as his hair is slicked back with a nice bun at the very top that is also tiger stripes. His eyes blaze at you, bright and stony blue. And his chest, a magnificent rug as it is adorned with all sorts of golden chains all the way down to the middle of his belly. And he turns to you, and he stands up, and you see a leopard print belt with a golden buckle and black pants, obviously leather.
I think I saw a movie this guy was in. What was it called?
Name! And as he stands up, he looks at all of you that are about to think, who the hell is this guy? He points a finger, and he has a wristwatch that has red faux leather, almost neon actually, and a watch face that is shinier than gold should be. And he points his finger. My name is Max Venturi, for those of you that do not know me. And I am the realest guy in this room, as he smacks his finger down upon the particle board table. And all of you, and you, as he points down at Flea, are here to do a job for me. Capiche?
Flea is going to exhale a massive cloud of deep weed smoke. Shit, yes. Have fun, guys.
Well, I was hired for a job. I don't know what capiche means, but I'll do the job.
Good, that's all I need you to do, is do a job. It's real simple, like. So, there's some girls over at a club, they own it, you see. And they don't actually own it, the daddy owns it, but the daddy's got a lot of money. And their daddy owes my daddy a lot of money. You understand?
Flea's eyes get huge when Venturi mentions club and girls and club and own it. Anything else that is said for the rest of the night, it just does not matter.
And by the way, he is speaking. I'm trying to emphasize his speech because about a good 60 to 70% of what he's saying is done with his hands and body language and not his mouth. Because everything is overly exaggerated and
So
huge.
what you're saying is the suit is actually a megaphone?
Yes.
Okay.
Not the suit. He is the megaphone.
He is the megaphone. The human personification. Now, what I want all of you to do, as he points to everybody in a huge sweeping motion, is to convince these girls that they need to back off of their claim on Daddy's money, because he owes me and not them. Also, you might have to fight someone. One of Big Owen's cousins. Owen won't take care of it because he's got that family thing. Don't worry about him. All of you are gonna have to do that. Capiche?
Well, of course. I mean, I understand your predicament entirely. You have a bar. Hopefully, I'm hoping to God against God is called Daddy's Money, because that would be the perfect name for a bar. But it's owned by ladies who purchased it with Daddy's money. You want Daddy's money because Daddy owes you money, and your daddy is involved with this somehow. And then we have Big Owen, whose daddy also had a brother who then had a cousin of Big Owen, and he is, I'm going to guess, rather diminutive in stature. And as a result, one of these flying stable of ladies, and he just sweeps the room, encompassing everybody, including Max Venturi, because he is the swankiest lady here. And we will have to fight them, which will make an amazing show. But let me ask you this. How much money are you offering to do all of these things?
I am offering you, little one, 10,000 new yen. And the rest of you get 10,000 apiece as well.
Well, that is wonderful, and 10,000 yen sounds great, and that barely pays for my hurl bill for the month. Maybe that's not so great. I think that if we make a good show of it, and this bar, Daddy's Money, becomes in your possession entirely, and these ladies walk away satisfied through one way or another, and he gives the wink, I think that stands to earn us a little bit more new yen. What do you say? And what the hell do I roll for that these days? There it is.
I say you need to roll negotiation.
I want you to know that I am prepping here to roll Max Venturi math.
That's good. I'm glad somebody is.
So, are you comfortable with that level successfully?
No, I think in full rocker fashion, I'm just going to go ahead and blow my edge load early in the night, so...
It just means you'll have to do insane shit to earn edge back.
Oh, like that never happens. 11 successes. I keep all of those because my social limit is 11, and 11 is my social limit.
Oh, this is the first time someone has actually rolled negotiation against Venturi. For reals.
Oh, Lord.
It's because you just take faces off these runs.
I don't really know. You're right.
There's also the fact that it doesn't matter because he's usually so bad at math that he just kind of pays whatever.
What the fuck?
Sweet Jesus. It begins.
Do you feel comfortable with that level of success, sir?
I do.
Would you like to roll an edge? Just in
No,
case?
I think I'm going to stand.
Well, all right. I'm glad we had this talk.
Yes, that would be good. And if you did that, I would give you all an equal share of the company. How does that sound?
Flea remains silent for the fraction of a second it takes to look at everybody else and then say yes.
Good. We have an agreement then.
Yes, we absolutely positively do.
You have 2 days.
Oh my, 2 whole days. Well then. If we have 2 whole days, then we can just take forever. Take a seat, have a quick talk, have a gander. Your coat, it is amazing. I must get the name of your tailor. It is incredible.
Myself.
Really, I did not fancy you for such a seamstress.
I am a man of many talents, as he strokes his chest bush.
Yes, you are. Have you ever considered taking up horticulture?
No, because I have people that do that for me. That is a very good idea, though. I have thought of it myself. I like you.
And he'll do that laugh that people do at the end of police procedurals when everything like freezes. But he doesn't freeze. He just keeps laughing.
Yes.
You should totally freeze and see if he freezes.
Oh, he will play right the fuck along.
Shit, yes. So, now that we are all agreed on everything, where is the location of Daddy's money and the girls and all of the things that we need to do?
Daddy's money is in northern downtown on the border with Everett. The club is called Club Tweez. I don't know why it was their choice. If you ask me, it needs to get renamed. But anyways, it's called Club Tweez.
Oh, Club Tweez, that's on fleek. All right.
And the guy you need to watch out for, his name is Samoan Sam.
Oh. Well, if we do take again. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I had a moment of panic there that he was going to say Gordo Crunch.
No, Gordo is.
I only do one of these per run, all right?
Gordo Crunch lives inside of us all,
Yes.
especially if you're a troll.
Oh, quite specifically, if you are a troll. So Seattle Area Knowledge, Boomhilda. This is a club that it's one of those middling to higher clubs that no one really talks about, but they always do good business. And Valerie, you get roughly the same thing.
So, all right then.
I'm loving this, Pulse. This is wonderful.
So
This is
Echo,
great.
so
Echo
Echo,
actually
you,
hurts himself trying to think.
you're thinking of Club Tweez, and you're like, wait a minute, is that thing that I'm manic? Wait a minute, no. Is that a name for a club? What the hell kind of stupid asshole would name themselves Club Tweez? What is this?
She does live in a warehouse in the Barrens, after all.
So Flea, you get a public-facing website, or matrix site, excuse me, and it is about as simple as you get, with pictures of scantily clad women in different stages of inebriation and or dance step, as they call it. And there are lasers and sights and sounds and all sorts of great things that people would talk about if they actually cared to talk about the club, as it is just a simple 2-page marketing site. One is the pictures, which is updated daily, they tell you. Although you're pretty sure that the date on one of those column links is 2 years ago. Either way. And the other one is a contact us page.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and link this so everybody knows exactly what this bar looks like, because I happen to have driven by this bar many times. Here you go. And I'll throw that in the Twitch chat too. There you go. That is what this page looks like.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
That is exactly what it is.
So you had Flea's interest, now you have his attention.
Oh my.
Gosh, so I suppose the first thing is to leave Venturi reclamations. Flea will do that thing that Shadowrunners that he's read about in the blogs do, which is offer DNI to everybody and make a cool little chat room so people can talk and have fun. and he'll probably promptly forget about it right after he does that. But short of just like kicking the door in and demanding a drum off for the ownership of the bar, what does everybody else want to do?
That's a very good question.
We could, well, I guess eyes on it first. That would help, probably.
Yeah, we should probably, I guess, stake out. Is what comes to mind.
Yes, steak sounds fantastic, and as much as I love the decor of this place, I do need a stake. Because if we stake it out, then we can earn a stake in this stake of this bar, and we can make it serve steaks, and then we can call it Daddy's Money. It's all coming together. I'm loving this plan. This is a great plan. I'm driving now. And he's going to hop off of that chair and snap that baton under his arm, and he's going to march off to his conveyance with that ace of wands just dragging behind him. But at least the floor is cleaner for him having done it.
That is definitely a true thing. Does he have a hat that matches?
He does not have a hat that matches the Ace of Wands. He has a hat that matches the Berwick suit. It's one of those Admiralty tricorns that you see in the old Renaissance and like the late Renaissance paintings. And it's got the little, brass buttons, and occasionally it changes color, and it might have advertisements of Crucible, the greatest metal band that you've never heard of.
Echo's gonna turn to leave and try not to smack the hat off of Flea's head with the tail that snuck its way out from under her coat.
Well,
What do I roll
fortunately,
for that?
he's very short, so you're gonna have a hard time with it. And he throws up a mighty smoke screen.
I came back to someone trying to smack a hat off a head with a tail.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I didn't recruit for a D&D game. What the fuck is happening?
Echo has a balanced tail that was hidden under her coat.
I cast magic missile.
I mean, we do have someone dressed as
Okay.
a wizard, so...
Go ahead and roll unarmed combat at -2 if you want to knock the hat off the head.
No, I didn't want to knock the hat off with it. I was trying not to knock the hat off.
The
It has a
temptation
line.
was there. So we should go take a look at this place, and we can figure out how much this might actually be worth to us, and find out what's going on inside.
Okay.
Let's try to keep it low key for the first night.
Is that a hype joke? I don't like that joke.
It wasn't a joke.
So I should send the heavy duty stuff back to the roost. You telling me?
Yeah, no, that's not what I'm saying at all.
I don't know. Keep it on call then.
Hooray!
Just try not to blow up a place that we might be, I don't know, profiting from.
Can I do a quick matrix search and get the approximate property values of a business in that area?
The approximate property value, if
Yeah.
a business is on the land, is about 700,000 yen.
Okay. Just an idle curiosity,
Uh-huh.
because that's a lot of money.
Not really, but okay.
Well, it's a lot of money if you're gonna cut it up and give it to people who are just gonna, do horrible things with it. Yo, I have 16 dice in Math Crab. I can insurance fraud the shit out of that place.
Okay.
Hell yes, with Flea's knowledge of contract negotiations, I'm sure we could set up a great little insurance fraud scheme.
It would be one of the least illegal things that most runners do.
Right?
But yeah, no, I guess let's just get some eyes on for the moment, and we'll see what piques our interest from there.
All right. So as Flea is wandering out to the conveyance, he's going to be messing with something in AR, and the van starts up, and there's a lot less smoke now that the seal has been broken. And as he pops open the door, it goes from a dull roar to a full ear-shattering rendition of Flight of the Valkyries, because they're about to drive somewhere. And he's going to hop in the driver's seat and start searching his pockets for another deep weed as he looks at everybody else and says, well, you've got your ride, so I'll be just fine. And then off he goes.
As you all get a strange compulsion to ride in the conveyance.
Oh, God. Yes. Oh, God.
No, I got my truck. I'm good.
Roll to resist.
Yeah, Echo's gonna follow the conveyance on her bike because she doesn't trust the loud sounds and cloud of smoke that emanates from the conveyance.
It's all right. That's just the wood stove in the back.
Mo?
Your conveyance is powered by wood stove? How does that work?
Convection.
There was this little thing a couple of years ago called steampunk. It was really popular.
Oh, is that what that was?
I can imagine actually vehicles existing like this in Seattle and Shadowrun.
So Flea will get a quick message of, your car sounds like it's dying.
Nuh-uh. Yours does.
So how horrible did his car sound?
Honestly, not that bad.
Okay.
While the outside of it looks a bit rugged and weathered, the engine at least sounds like it runs correctly.
Okay.
Mo is going to beg Boomhilda to let her ride with her.
She'll be like, all right, you can pile in. There will be a mess of tools all over the stuff. Just kick those onto the floor and watch where you step.
And I will resist the urge to hug you and just hide in your car.
It's a good thing you don't have any knowledge of what those tools could possibly be.
Probably. I might have seen them before, but...
There's probably a blasting cap or two laying around. That kind of stuff.
Oh, I would not recognize any of that. Oh,
yeah.
God.
Choose your poison. The vehicle loaded with explosives, or the one loaded with drugs.
Oddly, this is still a very easy choice to make.
Well,
it's not the drugs I'm worried about.
Winners do drugs, so...
Yep. I saw there was some decory things that were going on there.
Just like...
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you have a car? Or, well, actually, now that I look at things, you probably are going to be stuck in the conveyance, because there's a lot of stuff in my car.
So for those of you that are taking the conveyance, of which I believe is Valerie and Echo, is that right?
Yep.
No, Echo's riding her bike, following the conveyance.
Valerie, are you riding in the conveyance?
Yep.
I'm
What
sorry.
could possibly go wrong?
Okay, so
Well,
Flea.
in case I have some edge to burn. So,
So Flea, what is the drug of choice right now?
So inside
As
the
the conveyance rolls into the night.
So besides the ear-splitting sounds of Flight of the Valkyries, in the on the front dash, there happens to be like half of the glove box has been converted to a mirror, and upon that mirror are like 4 lines of Nova Coke. And so Flea is sitting there, and he's got one hand on the wheel and one foot on the seat, and he's just like leaning over as far as he possibly can while staying in the driver's seat, because that's what you have to do in order to stay legal in the Metroplex of Seattle. And he's got like the world's longest straw, and it's even got the little bendies in it and little crazy loop-de-loops, and he is trying his damnedest to snort a bump of Nova Coke right now, because that is what you do on a night like this.
Through a bendy straw.
Through a bendy straw, yes.
Oh my god.
Because of course it is.
Because that takes willpower.
So Flea, I do have to ask, as the soul of Tommy makes me question. Is Suffer Darkblood Bone Raven riding along?
Sir, you told us to arrive alone, so naturally she is in the back.
So Valerie, as you hop into the conveyance, there is a truly waif of a woman. She is the skinniest orc you've ever seen because she subsists on angst, tears, and anger. Full black garb, black spiked collar, the lipstick and eyeshadow and nail polish all together. Sitting there kind of looking at you, and you note that her collar has a short leash on it that's hooked to the back on one of the support pillars on the conveyance.
And she's going to take one look at you and she's going to whisper, Lacetate agne speranza, voi cinitrate. Because she knows her
What the
Latin.
actual fuck?
I'm
She
sorry, I
said,
don't speak Moonwalk.
Abandon all hope, all ye who enter here.
As you do.
As you do.
Is that Latin?
I believe so.
Oh man.
So yes, go ahead, take a seat, take a bump if you like. Enjoy the fine black shag carpeting. Don't mind any of the emergency lights that you may find behind you. That is totally for somebody else.
Okay.
Remember that creeper van that used to drive around your neighborhood? You just got in it.
Go ahead and roll mean body plus willpower, Valerie.
Jesus
There you go.
Christ.
Go ahead, give them easy.
Oh, this is good.
Oh, but drugs are for winners.
I have my own.
The FBI
So
lied to you.
Valerie, you know what? That sounds like a great idea. But you know what? You're not going to take any his because you have your own. You're right. As
It's
you
not
feel,
time for Nitro yet.
as you feel the
Actually,
tinges of deep weed snap into your nostrils.
Valerie is going to offer her drugs to Flea.
And what does Valerie have?
Nitro. I'm not going to offer him Sephirox because I don't have any.
Oh, let's take a look at Nitro here. No, he's already inhaling, so Nitro would probably be a bad idea for him. Like
I
he is
don't-
literally doing all of the inhalation.
I don't think that's
So
ever
like-
stopped him.
There's a little OD stopped you before.
Only until Dockwagon arrives.
True.
Yeah, they have that really annoying blood filtration and stomach pump system. It sucks. Let me tell you.
They told me if I fill the punch card, they're going to install me with a nephritic screen.
Is that before or after the free biomonitor?
So you all have successfully left Venturi reclamations. Some of you
After
slightly
discussing
more
the
inebriated
intricacies
than
of
before.
drugs.
So, what are you guys doing?
I believe we are driving over to the future site of Daddy's Money Bar and Grill. We are going to do matrix perceptions, visual perceptions, audio perceptions. We may do the sniff test to see if it's still fresh. Judging by the link that I posted, probably not, but you never know.
Can Echo find someplace to park her bike out of sight?
Well, define out of sight, because there's an entire city available to you. What are you trying to do?
Close to the club, but not in visual range of the door,
Oh yes,
where
absolutely.
nobody will find.
Yeah, you're in the outskirts of downtown, as they say. So there's still a parking garage or two available to you.
Yeah, but they might want to like scan my SIN or something.
Well, they might, but I mean, getting on the bus requires a SIN scan nowadays.
That's why I don't ride the bus.
I mean, getting on the grid link gets you a SIN scan. Buying anything at the Stuffer Shack requires a SIN scan.
Well, I have fake SINs for that, but why push your luck?
I mean, I'm just...
Because we're all gamblers here. We're gambling that we're going to get paid.
With the drugs. Yay.
I don't even
Who
think I have
the
any
hell
street
are those
cred.
peoples?
Oh, I have a single
so-
street cred.
So you're able to get... So you're able to get information on those with Street Cred 3 or higher, Valerie.
And I don't think we
Hold it.
have any.
You will not be able to get information Flea?
No, please. Street cred, amazingly, is 0. His notoriety, incredibly, is 0. But his public awareness is 2.
Makes sense. So you're able to find that Flea is the frontman / drummer. Don't ask me how that works out.
You put the drums at the front of the stage.
Hey. Genesis.
For a metal band called Crucible.
Fleetwood Mac for anyone older than that.
Mm-hmm.
Or Dave Grohl.
And Dave Grohl, yeah.
And it is spelt like that.
What genre it is?
And do not call it Crusty Bible.
No, I've still got the baton. I may not have any dice in clubs, but by God, I'll still roll them.
What genre is this music group playing?
Say what now?
In what genre this group is playing?
Goblin speed metal.
Yeah, Goblin Speed Metal. They're known for having melodic undertones, as well as extremely brutal breakdowns. They are the greatest metal band you have never heard of.
They have also been implicated in the kidnapping and ransoming of a Yukonuba certified toy poodle somewhere in California.
I forgot about that.
Oh, God.
Buffon, never forget.
Was it Crucible who summoned the metal god?
Yes.
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 They have summoned a bona fide god of metal.
Free spirited metal.
They may or may not have destroyed a factory that was creating data chips that were creating, now that's what I call music 651, which is somehow where they got their first release.
Jesus.
I like those guys already.
And they
think on how that happens.
yeah, I know, and they tend to start riots whenever they start getting set up.
So we're in for a night. And I don't think anybody's rolling anything beyond the Matrix perception, so
True.
I'm gonna take that risk and play some Shadowrun, air quotes.
Ha! What do you think this is? Shadowrun?
No. Well then.
Right?
So, Boomhilda, as you all drive around the Tweez, you have a look, and there is a small line of about 5 to 10 people just hanging out front. There's definitely a guy that looks to be an orc with his tusks shaved down, standing at the entrance with his arms crossed with a thing in his ear, black, tight shirt, looking all as imposing as he can. There are pressure sensors, video cameras, and infrared sensors, as well as MAD scanners just behind the door. Looking around, this is a low-rent part of Seattle, but the club itself looks to be well done. The walls are new. The lights are nice and flashy. They are the newest fluorescent. The AR is nice and crisp. They probably have a professional AR developer doing their stuff. As you look inside, through the front door, which is 100% glass, you can definitely see that there's a lot of action going on with lasers and lights and flashes, and the vibrations you're seeing are of the pleasant kind. Flea, though, this is that horrible, terrible, vomit-inducing, gut-wrenching, absolute shit that they call house. That they are.
Oh God! It's one step up from electro swing.
This piece of shit is playing music that doesn't even have tonal variety in it. That is how garbage this guy is. Like, he produced 4 bars of a beat and is repeating them ad nauseum. That is how shit this house DJ is.
Fortunately, with a name like whatever the fuck it was, I mean, Daddy's Money, because it's on Fleek. Flea had girded his loins for this, and he knew it was going to be bad, but he could make it better. And so the conveyance is going to. Let me see what my driving is now. Since I took Nova Coke, yes, I get 1 more dice.
Mo, on your sensing, you find nothing but inebriation and enjoyment coming from the club.
As long as the building's not Technomancer.
Yeah, no, the building is definitely not a Technomancer.
Excellent. So Flea is going to roll the conveyance to a stop, an angry stop, as in the parking lot of the club, and he's going to kick open that door with a look of disgust and fury and disgust, and perhaps a little bit of inebriation, because that coke is kicking in. Yeah.
So as you approach, the orc moves his arms from across his chest to placing hands on hips as you approach. And he's looking at you with those eyes that tell you that he's one of those asshole bouncers that won't let you in.
Okay, so this door that he's standing in front of, how does it open? Does it open inward or outward? Does it push? Does it pull?
It does a pull.
Oh, fantastic. So, without any regard of what anybody else on this planet is doing, because let's be honest, this is Flea, he is going to march straight forward, and he is going to walk right around this dude, and he's going to use his baton to hook the latch of the door, the handle, and start pulling it open so he can go inside and find out.
No, Skype, god damn it. God damn it, Skype.
That I knocked everybody
Flea's
off.
badassery killed the call.
It did. So Flea, the last thing I heard was you hook your baton.
I'm hooking my baton on the handle of that door and pulling it open because I've got to get inside this place. I have to find out where this terrible music is coming from, and I'm going to reprogram that shit on the fly because I finally remembered why I took software.
And as the dice tell a story, you march up to the man with his hands on his hips, and you step right in between his legs as he looks below you like, what the hell, and tries to grab under him, and fails dramatically as you hook the door handle and swing it open with a full pull of your shoulders and the might of indignation of a man that believes that this shit should not stand as the door swings open.
And so Flea is going to do a half turn and just smack that orc on the ass and says, "This anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun," and walk right in. If he's gonna bend over, he's just asking for it.
Oh shit!
What am I got myself into?
And Echo, you follow Flea in as you gracefully sidestep this orc that is trying his damnedest to grab at this tiny dwarf and is failing at every opportunity because, holy shit, this guy just did that.
Thank you. Shows hourly.
So, as Flea steps into the club, what are the rest of you doing?
Well, Valerie's following Flea and enjoying the show the guy's pulling off.
I'm
Trying
stick
to
outside.
No, I'm sorry.
Just to see the utter disaster that this is going to be, Echo's going
This
to
will be-
follow Flea in. Just for the sake of the lulls.
So
we should all
Echo,
try to
so
follow
Echo
the mayhem
follows
in.
Flea. Valerie does as well. Was that Mo that I heard that was following everyone?
Yes. Yes, sorry.
So Flea walks in along with a cadre of unique women,
As you do.
as you do. And the bouncer, who is about to give chase to Flea, sees the women step by and thinks for that half a tick and stops himself before putting a finger to his ear, and he mumbles something under his breath.
Audio perception?
You may give an audio perception in a -4.
That's fine. He's requesting the number 6 special for all of us.
I'm going to roll audio perception just for the giggles. At -4? This is going to be fun.
That is correct, -4.
Holy shit. I actually got a success.
So, Echo, you get between the throbbing bass and the chatter of people seeing this amazing display of just sheer charismatic badassery. You hear, "Hey, guy, he's coming. Maybe via... I don't know. He's walking in. What do we do?" And you step inside the club.
It's all right. By the time security arrives, I'll already be at the bar. By the way, I'm going to the bar.
And as you step to the bar, so you step into the club. We'll go ahead and smooth past the foyer, as it were, as it is glass and high pressure air conditioned oxygen. You step in, and the sound blasts you with a sincere percussive force as the bass bum, 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 bum at you. And you look at the ground, and the floor is this red and purple kind of velvety mixture. The walls are a crimson and silver type affair, and you're pretty sure that's like a 1/4 inch of felt on the walls all around, and it does its best to actually absorb the disgusting music that is coming out of those speakers.
Yeah.
But there are yellow and red and green lights flashing this way and that, lasers upon the dance floor, which is a big circular type affair in the very center of this dance floor, as you see women with body paint and neon glow upon them, as you glance up and see a huge UV spotlight actually shining down on the dance floor for this express purpose, no less. Over in the corner, there is the bottle service section, where you see girls in almost tutus walking precariously on their tiptoes with huge serving trays of alcohol going to different tables. And you look over that direction to your right, and there is a balcony, which looks to be the actual VIP section, as it has couches that are made of what you, from this distance, look almost like actual leather. And there's a big stage that would normally be able to hold a band, but right now is holding boxes and boxes of PA equipment, and a single guy with yellow LEDs all over him, and he's holding one earphone to his ear, and he's bumping to the music, scratching a beat on a DJ, like, I don't know what they're actually called, little board.
Oh, okay. So he's jamming that space bar, is he?
He's jamming the space bar.
All right.
And to your left, there is a truthfully small bar, but it has three bartenders, all equally risquély dressed, but they are doing their damnedest to pump out the amount of drinks that are being ordered. As you see, there's probably close to 100 people in here. It's pretty densely packed.
All right. So Flea is adrift in a sea of ass because that's all he can see. Yeah, Flea still doesn't care what anybody in this club thinks. He needs to stop that music. And the easiest way to stop that music is to start with a drink. So he is going to start making his way in between legs and by thighs and everything. If somebody is breakdancing and his face is at Flea level, he is going to get a baton to the face because you don't do that shit in a club like this.
Before Flea starts his rampage, Valerie is going to ask him over dinner. Do you have any decent music instead of that shit?
You asked him.
Yeah, this is something you should have asked.
I have not only asked. I'm going to ask him of a sample. A full track. This is going to be fun.
So, if Flea is going to kick over the track that he wrote in his head, which, if I scroll back up, I'll remember totally what I called it.
Yellow something.
Something about cream yellow plastic jungle. Cream yellow plastic jungle. And he's going to kick that over. And just say, you just chew on that for a second, Dad, I'll be right back. And he is going to go over to the bottle service, and he is going to start prodding one of the girls until they look down.
So
with the baton, with the hand, it's up to you.
So as you poke one of the girls with your baton, and realize that that is a nice bubble right there, and slap the baton under your arm and reach up and give her a nice firm grasp of the ass under the tutu. She hops to the side, all cute-like, with her tutu and whatnot, in corset, and looks down at you with her short blonde hair and beaming blue eyes. Says, "Oh, sorry. How can I help you?"
Enchanté, Madame. Dirk Throbcore at your service. I believe you have a bottle reserved for me. I believe it is that one right there. And it doesn't matter what bottle he's going to grab. It's going to be empty in a second anyway before she can do anything about it. But she's welcome to try because it's going to be hilarious.
She will not stop you as you snap that bottle off of her tray with a small hop and empty it in front of her. And she blinks like, what the hell? This is the first time something like this has ever happened to her.
All right, so that's 16d6 on the seduction roll. Because why not? And so Flea is going to, do his usual thing, ask her what her interests are, who she'd be with, what numbers to dial, so on and so forth. And she may get hit on daily, but I guarantee it is not by a pint-sized Napoleon with a wizard robe.
You are absolutely right. And while she is not exactly all into it, she is definitely into it.
Excellent. I'm going to go ahead and follow this up with, should it be a con roll or an etiquette roll to try and get information about the bar and the owners?
It would be a con if you're trying to further, as I say, seal the deal, or
Okay.
etiquette if you're just trying to keep a business.
No, we're totally going to try and seal the deal because there's no business for Flay. Six successes on the con roll. I'll wait to fast talk. And if you'd like to do the hacky thing, you can do that too. Because
Yeah, I'm doing that in the meantime.
I can totally. Yes, I have furthered many a college education.
Yes, you are about to further another college education.
Great. So we can go ahead and take this conversation to the VIP room while I ask about the club and her job and her classes and everything else that's going on. And really, I knew somebody who had a major in culinary arts and was getting his certified nursing assistant certificate at Seattle U just last year.
Oh yeah, she's planning on being a nurse and an EMT, and also she's taking women's studies.
Oh, fabulous. I love women's studies. There is nothing more scintillating than the study of, well. And I'll let you do the hacking thing. I'm going to be right back.
Yes, indeed. 5 hits, you get 1 net success, I believe. Let me double check. Yes, 6 versus 5 is 1 net. So you are able to get a single mark on the host.
Awesome. Okay, what do I see? What slave devices do I see?
So you get 1 question for Matrix Perception. If you want more information, i.e. host attributes, slave devices, etc. Outside of a general, yes, there are devices slaved, you're going to have to spend one of those resources. So you get 1, you get that there are 29 slave devices on this host.
Okay, then I guess it's Matrix Perception for additional questions.
Mm-hmm. That is correct. Okay. So with 3 questions, what would you like to ask?
Well, is that the same host the site was hosted on?
Yes.
In this case, what's the host data processing?
The host's data processing is 5.
What's its attack?
Its attack is 3.
Okay. More questions.
Okay.
What's its sleaze?
Its sleaze is 5.
What IC does it have running, if any?
Right now it has Patrol, Bloodhound, and Reporting IC.
Did I get that track from Flea?
Yes, you did.
Awesome. In this case, give me 1 second.
Of course.
I'm going to use spoof command on the player.
Well, I did not give you a chance to edge your roll. Would you like to spend edge?
Yes, I would like.
Okay.
Because that music totally has to stop.
Yeah, it is. It is the most generic of the generic house, is what's going on.
I am giving everybody else a chance to do things because I had to get another beer.
Yes, it has been the Flea show so far. Not that I'm
Yeah.
complaining.
I'm not
One-
complaining.
One net success.
So you are to spoof it into playing Yellow Cream Jungle? Is that what it was called?
Yellow cream plastic jungle. Oh, no, excuse me, creamy yellow plastic jungles. Thank you, Crab.
So, as the music goes, and he goes into a transition, and it drops into this really thick metal beat with synthesized bass and drums and a lead guitar screaming the entire time.
Oh yeah.
And the BPM probably triples as everyone kind of looks up like, holy shit, what am I supposed to do? And the lights kind of stop for that split second as the entire club freezes.
Oh man, is that spotlight still there?
It is.
So, what kind of roll would that be? A
Power
performance
slide.
roll to bust a move? Is that performance?
It would definitely be a performance.
Oh my god!
And as Valerie is changing music, she's going to wink to Flea.
Flea is not taking requests at this time. He has hit his physical limit as a 5, as he is showing this club how it is done.
So Flea, as the music screeches and stops and then begins again to the sound of a proto-crucible song, the spotlight at the very center snaps down and opens up upon the center of the dance floor, which nobody is on, as you slide into it and begin to dance.
We're gonna get some of that Magic Mike action going because he's still got that fucking robe on and it's been stepped on like a dozen times tonight. And like halfway through his act, he's just gonna shimmy out of that thing, and he is going to whip that thing around his head. And it's gonna be the huge movements that like clear a 9-foot circle because this thing is so big. And then he's just gonna try and throw that in the crowd. It's not gonna go anywhere. It's probably gonna smoke some dude in the face. But that's okay. I'm taking it off my sheet right now.
Can Echo try and catch that?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
What do I
And
roll
as-
for that?
Echo, I will allow you to catch that jacket.
Hell
You
yeah.
don't even need to roll. Fuck yeah. And as you do that, let's go ahead and take a quick 5-minute break, as it has been an hour and a half since run started. Go ahead and grab a drink, grab a smoke, do what you need to do, and be back at 5 past the hour.